Hello and welcome to our talk show. I'm Luke Sullivan, your host, and today we'll be joined by a firefighter. Hey, so I have some questions for you. So can you start off by introducing yourself to the audience, like name, major, year at BT?
Sure. So I'm Dylan Lynch. I am a third-year sophomore here. I'm studying building construction.
Awesome. So how long have you been a firefighter?
So I've been on the Blacksburg Volunteer Fire Department for just over 2 years now, and I've been a firefighter for about 3.5 total.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
Yeah.
Been in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you describe what a typical day in the life of a firefighter, like a volunteer firefighter, looks like? What are some of your day-to-day duties?
Sure. So here in Blacksburg, we have career staff that cover during the day. So our volunteering duties start at 5 p.m. So normally in the day, obviously I'm a student. I'll be doing classwork, I'll be studying, and then at 5 p.m., usually I'll head over to the station and either bring food or grab some friends at the station and go get some food and hang out at the station, do some homework. We'll be playing cornhole and just kind of waiting for calls.
Nice. That sounds like a fun day to me. So why did you decide to become a firefighter?
Sure. So back home, I'm from northern New Jersey, and we have a junior fire department there. And one of my best friends was actually on the junior fire department the year before me, and he was one of the junior officers, what they call it. So he was basically going to be my boss, and he recruited me to do it. And just in that year as a junior, I kind of fell in love with the whole thing. I took training that next summer, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about being a firefighter?
My favorite thing, I just like helping people. It's just the fact that I have training to help people get out of situations that they wouldn't normally be able to get out of. It feels really good, and also just the adrenaline of going into this situation. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's great. That's a great reason. So what is the most difficult thing about being a firefighter, you'd say?
So most difficult, it's probably going to be those 2 o'clock in the morning fire alarms the day before a test. You know, whenever something goes out at 2 o'clock in the morning, your next day is just completely shot because you're getting 3-4 hours of sleep. And then by the time you get back to the station from that call, you're going to be so wired, you're not going to be able to fall asleep for like another hour or 2 hours. So, yeah, I'd probably say that. And it is definitely a pretty hefty time commitment, so you could also go with that. Because, I mean, when I'm on call, I'm probably dedicating upwards of 50 to 60 hours that 1 week just to being at the station and running calls.
All right. Wow. So, well, this was one of the questions I really wanted to know about. Do you have any experiences with calls from like on-campus dorms, or is that like a different, firefighter or anything?
What do you mean by that?
So, like, if an alarm goes off in the dorm, are you the one that goes?
Yeah.
To
So, like I was saying, the people that cover during the day cover
Yeah.
that during the day. But if there is something that comes out between 5 p.m. and 7 a.m., we would be the people going to that.
So, do you have any experiences you could share with
Like
me
any
about?
funny stories?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think it was it was spring of last year. We got called out to the Graduate Life Center for a fire alarm. We get in there. It's a little bit smoky. And then we go to the alarm panel and figure out what room it was. So they sent us up to the room to figure out what was going on. And it turns out that the person had attempted to cook ramen noodles without using any water
Wow.
in the microwave. So it smoked up their whole room, and that was fun.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot. All right. Well, I'm afraid that is all that we have time for today. So I think that we would like to thank you for coming on to the show and talking to us about it. And yeah, thanks again. So I'm Luke Sullivan. Thanks for joining us on the show. Have a good night.